welcome back to Tammy Talks About. So, I had someone send me this story on Medium, and I haven't read through all of it yet, but what I glanced through, I felt we needed to talk about it, and I wanted to share it with you. I believe it was Mary Sue that sent this to me. As you all know, I lost my phone recently. Well, I dropped it in a commode, and I lost all of my contacts. So, Mary Sue, if that was you, will you please let me know in the text so that I know that it's you? I lost all my contacts. I don't know who is texting me these. And if it wasn't you, thank you to whoever did. All right. Title of this article in Medium is L'Oreal's Association with Amber Heard Condones Domestic Violence, and it was written by Robert Turner, May the 25th of 2020. So this was a year ago that this was written. But considering she just showed up at the L'Oreal thing recently, and we've all seen stories about that, and the way she was booed, and considering the fact that L'Oreal still is obviously in partnership with her, I think this is a relevant story for today. So let's read it. It says brand ambassadors represent the ethos of a brand, and L'Oreal has a huge problem. Guilty or not guilty, is Amber Heard an abusive spouse that physically injured and attacked her former husband, Johnny Depp? The court's still out on that, but evidence made public would suggest she is. For L'Oreal, Heard's innocence or guilt isn't really at issue. The suspicion should have been enough. The fact that people now suspect Heard is no angel, that she is in fact guilty of domestic violence, the very fact that she's being publicly sued for lying about abuse should have been enough. By the very association of these claims, Heard has made herself persona non grata from a PR point of view. Yet she is still being protected not only by L'Oreal, but on multiple fronts. L'Oreal continues their support of and use of the actress's face to promote their brand. They have clearly shown the public that they condone her actions. They are now firmly in her corner. A responsible company that cares about the rights of abused people would immediately distance themselves from Heard. At the least, they would have drawn her images from the public circulation whilst they awaited the outcome of the trial. L'Oreal has done exactly the opposite, flaunting their connection to an individual accused of domestic violence, despite a loud and vocal outcry from the public. The latest slap. Now remember, this was in May of 2020. Supporters of Johnny Depp, many whom are survivors of domestic violence, are up in arms today over L'Oreal's latest Instagram post. They feature none other than Amber Heard, and then they have, they're showing a tweet from the name's Q, where she said, L'Oreal Instagram posts today are slap in the face to not only Johnny Depp, but all survivors of abuse, and it's freaking sickening. I hope they go bankrupt. And somebody, Pink Forgasto, I apologize, replied to Q and said, L'Oreal isn't listening. A quick search on Google features L'Oreal's proud announcement at the top of the search page. The modern superheroine L'Oreal Paris announces Amber Heard as new global spokesperson. Fearless, witty, and smart, defying definition and rejecting convention. Meet the Hollywood actress and committed woman making her voice heard. Apparently, Miss Heard has a few other vices that L'Oreal omitted to mention in their glowing reference. Depp has sought to make these public as he battles to restore his reputation and bring the truth to the fore. He alleges Heard's claims of abuse against him were lies, and that she abused him, and he wants restitution. Heard's claims cost him dearly, damaging his reputation and resulted in the loss of his role as Jack Sparrow in Disney's series The Pirates of the Caribbean. In essence, Depp claims Heard lied, manipulated the facts, and falsified evidence to paint him as a physically abusive partner. The evidence emerging in court substantiates Depp's claims to innocence. Heard was abusing Depp physically. She cut off his finger in an argument, and claims of her defecating in his bed and other unpleasant audio evidence emerging from the trial have been exposed, a personality that is a far cry from the public persona Amber Heard has cultivated. Despite this, L'Oreal has stuck by her, as evidenced by images they posted on Instagram over the weekend. The posts are still alive, and I'm certain you can find them should you wish. The outrage on Twitter was rapid and the message clear. Support Heard, and you're effectively supporting perpetrators of domestic violence. You're saying it's okay to be abusive. Clearly, it isn't okay, and either L'Oreal are aware of something the rest of the world doesn't know, or they simply, I'm sorry, or they simply don't care, which is even harder to believe. L'Oreal is PR savvy. They know the potential damage they're courting if Heard is found guilty and discredited. By continuing and following their public association with Heard, the danger increases exponentially. People do care. People are principled, and customers will turn their backs on L'Oreal. Backlash won't just be against L'Oreal, but the myriad of brands they own. And L'Oreal owns the following brands: Garnier, Vichy, Dermablend, Redken, CeraVe, Maybelline, Matrix, Biotherm, L'Oreal Paris, Keratis, NYX, La Roche-Posay, IT Cosmetics, Urban Decay, Seed, Phytonutrients, Carita, Biolage, Clarisonic, Lancome, Shiramira, Essie, Pureology, Kiehl's, Skinnauticals, Yves Saint Laurent, Ralph Lauren, Giorgio Armani, Maison Margiela, Diesel, Victor and Rolf, Proenza Scholler, Helena Rubinstein, African Beauty Brands, Atler Cologne, Cacharel, Style, Nandia, Baxton, Mizan, Pulpra, I'm sorry, I'm butchering these names, Acne Free, Ambis, Soft Sheen, Carson, Guy LaRoche, Declore, Roger and Gillette, Paloma Picasso, Yusei, House 99, Centerflora, Magic, and Nelly. My God, they own just about every cosmetic brand. Wow. Anyway, let's finish this off with all of which begs the question, why the loyalty? What is prompting L'Oreal to go to bat for Heard? By continuing to use her as the face of their company, they are effectively endorsing her, and by association, her lifestyle and choices. It's what being a brand ambassador is all about: a shared system of values between the company and the ambassador. Continue to use someone who is hugely unpopular and suspected of physical abuse, and you're telling the world, L'Oreal, it's okay with that you condone it. L'Oreal has turned a blind eye to the problem. Thousands of signatures on the petition have her removed from her position with L'Oreal have fallen on deaf ears. This comment by L'Oreal posted back in March on Twitter in response to thousands of complaints. And L'Oreal Paris USA said, "Thank you for letting us know how you feel about Amber Heard as the L'Oreal spokesperson. We respect your point of view and appreciate the time you've taken to give us your perspective. We will share your comments with the appropriate individuals in our company." In other words, we don't care. The level of anger felt by consumers against L'Oreal's lack of response cannot be ignored by the company. To do so would be an insult to the millions of women who support the brand. More importantly is the message it sends out regarding domestic violence. Here are a few of the responses posted on L'Oreal's timeline from the same period. And this was from Goodview. "Thanks for your response and hope your company is taking serious consideration of removing Amber Heard from your product campaign, since no one should ignore the seriousness of domestic violence." Steelcore 1085 said, "I still haven't heard anything as an update about the partnership between Heard and L'Oreal." And Bong Du Nguyen, sorry, "Using your products these days will feel like putting dirt on my face and crap on my hair. I just can't. Too disgusting. Too much injustice here." There's a clear message here that L'Oreal has chosen to ignore. Could the reason for that run deeper? Heard is not without influential friends. Her attorney, well, at the time this was written, was Roberta Kaplan, the front for Time's Up, and of course she's no longer with them. And Heard was recently seen enjoying the company of Kamala Harris, a potential running mate for Joe Biden. And, well, yeah. It is not unusual in our society to witness travesties of justice. Amber Heard could be one of these, unfolding in full view of the public, protected as she is by power and politics. It would explain why large multinational corporations such as L'Oreal would risk their company's reputation on her. I, for one, am rooting for the truth. It will out eventually, and L'Oreal will find themselves on the wrong side of history. They will have no one to blame other than themselves. And this person gives credit to, says the image I've used in this post is taken by Twitter user Lori Cap, and it is so perfectly described the sentiment of this piece that I've used for it here. And it says, thank you, Lori. And I mean, it is disgusting. And Lori Cap had tweeted, no more L'Oreal in my body. An abuser does not represent me. And that was the image they used at the end of this article. And you know, I find this very, very interesting, considering this was written, what did I say, May the 25th of 2020? Let me go back and look. Yeah, this was written May 25th, 2020. And they're still backing her. Even, I wonder if they'll continue even with the public outcry she got this past week or so ago. Wonder what they thought about that, or how she pushed the black model there to get in front. It's caught in 4K, as they say. Why aren't they sticking with her? How many women support Johnny Depp, or how many women are survivors of domestic abuse? Yet they keep this woman. Why? What does she have on you, L'Oreal? How much is she paying you? What is it that makes her so important that you're willing to lose possibly millions of consumers? I don't know. But I thought this was an interesting story. I thought the timing now that this was sent to me was very interesting, and I thought you might enjoy hearing it. And I think the writer deserves some credit too. It was a very, very good take on this. Leave me your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you think about the time that has passed and how it's still relevant. And do you think L'Oreal will continue to keep her even after what happened at this last event? As always, thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. And until next time, be blessed.